As district clerk, I'd like to call the meeting to order for March 22nd, 2023. And could we start with the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to just
I was thinking the same thing. That was funny.
do everything at
Welcome to our two new board members, Jeremiah Nault and JL Micah Patillo. Mr. Fitzpatrick is remote this evening. So Jamie, if you could identify your location and if anyone is in the room with you.
Yes, I'm in Dingle, Ireland. My daughter is in the room with me, but she's fast asleep.
Okay. Is there a motion for a chairperson?
I make a motion to nominate John Dutton.
And is there a second?
Second,
Right. Discussion? Okay, a roll call vote. Jamie?
aye with enthusiasm.
I with just as much enthusiasm.
Aye.
I with vigor.
Aye. Sucker.
Oh, yay, aye. All right.
Aye.
And then, yes,
Yes.
Micah. Great, thank you. Congratulations.
Congratulations,
Gonna move on.
Madam Chair.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm not in Jamie's seat then.
You can slide over if you want. Or you're in Tammy's old seat.
Oh, yeah, I'm in Tammy's seat.
Oh, man, I gotta be next.
She has a nice corner.
I know. I was
over
going to
here.
say, excited to make you deal with me.
Apparently. All right, so do I have a motion for vice chair?
I'd like to make a motion for Jamie Fitzpatrick for vice chair.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll, any discussion? Roll call vote. Jamie?
Aye,
Rick?
Aye.
Heather?
Aye.
Jeremiah?
Aye.
Gonna have to get used to all the new names. Maura?
Aye.
Micah?
Aye.
And myself, aye. All right, for school district clerk. Do I have a motion to nominate Phyllis? as-
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Well, that was an easy one. Roll call.
I think we should probably have some discussion.
Oh, that's right. Discussion, yes.
I'm all set.
Okay, good. Jamie,
absolutely.
Rick,
Yes.
Heather,
Yes.
Jeremiah,
Yes.
Maura,
Yes.
Micah,
Yes.
and myself, yes. For school district treasurer, do I have a motion for Ron Brickett?
So moved.
Second.
Great. Any discussion? All right, roll call vote. Jamie,
Aye,
Rick,
Yes.
Heather,
Yes.
Jeremiah,
Yes.
Maura,
Yes.
Micah,
Yes.
and myself, yes. Great. All right, and lastly, for school district deputy treasurer, do I have a motion for Phyllis again?
So moved.
Second.
All right, any discussion? Other than she's awesome and we love her.
Yay. Thank you, Phyllis.
Yeah.
Time's out you.
All right, roll call vote. Jamie,
aye,
Rick,
Yes.
Heather,
Yes.
Jeremiah,
Yes.
Maura,
Yes.
Micah,
Yes.
myself, yes. Great. All right, do I have action on the minutes for March 8th, 2023?
I guess I'm doing it, everything. Make a motion to approve.
I was gonna abstain. Can I second? I'll second.
Okay,
I'm just not-
any discussion?
Oh. If I abstain, are we gonna have enough to pass it? I was gonna abstain since I wasn't here.
Oh.
You're fine. You
But you can still pass if I
Yeah,
abstain.
everyone
Yeah.
else is- Yep. you're
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. you're
Okay.
good. Okay, so if there's no discussion, roll call vote. Jamie,
aye,
Rick,
Yes.
Heather,
Yes.
Jeremiah,
Yes.
Maura,
Abstain.
Micah,
Yes.
and myself, yes. Okay. All right, so I don't know if anyone has any opposition, but I know we have a couple of people here to present, so I don't know if we want to try and move them up a little bit to get them home.
Jamie.
Oh, Jamie's.
Jamie, would you like to go to sleep now?
Yeah, I would ask permission to be excused for the balance of the meeting. I wanted to sign in for the organizational part, but I would like to get to bed.
Yes, I think that's absolutely fine. Go to sleep and thank you for signing
We
on.
discussed that.
All right, thank you
Well,
all.
We're not discussing that one. No, Jamie.
Come on, Jamie.
Sleep.
Don't worry, we're only adding 15.
Like 10
million
o'clock at
budget.
night.
But he just got there, so he's all.
That's me.
Yeah.
pegged in.
Enjoy
All
the
right.
night.
All right,
Thank
thank you all.
Bye.
thank you,
Hey,
Jamie.
Jamie.
Bye-bye.
I have no issue with moving the Newton Police Department up.
Okay, great. All right. So if Chief Jewett and Officer OJ would like to come up. You are gonna 8.2 Newton Comfort Dog Program for the Newton Police.
You can go right to the mic.
Right to the mic. Yep.
that'd be great.
I just got some notes, so just bear with me.
Perfect.
My name is, thank you for having me. My name is Brian Oljay. I'm a police officer with the town of Newton. And I have the privilege of being the SRO at Memorial School and the Seacoast Learning Collaborative that's out back behind it. I'm very happy to be speaking with you guys about this right now. We have a very exciting and unique opportunity to bring a comfort dog into the Memorial School and within the district. As we all know, due to the recent pandemic and the often changing times, I believe it's crucial to acknowledge that students today need even more attention and emotional support than ever before. It is our responsibility as a community to provide any and all additional support to the students, no matter how unconventional it can be. This opportunity we have can be vital in helping students with a new alternative to assist with emotional support during their daily school life. According to the National Institute of Health, having a dog present in the classroom promotes a positive mood and significantly increases stress effects in the body. In fact, the simple act of petting a dog has the effect of lowering the blood pressure and the heart rate. Interacting with Comfort Dog improves students' reading skills, stimulates memory and problem-solving skills, and even optimizes executive functioning skills. The presence of a dog in an educational setting seems to support concentration, attention, motivation. Comfort dogs help with everything from trauma to reading interventions, increasing it up to 30% with when students can read to a dog. They find they can open up, they're not being judged, and they can just kind of read to a dog with just a little more comfort. It also has some significant benefits for children with autism. There are so many positives when considering a comfort dog. Some of them include building confidence in students. Students participating in smaller individual counseling groups often struggle with opening up. Having a comfort dog there can create comfortable and home-like setting that encourages sharing. Students also learn about positive behavior reinforcement by applying it with their interactions with the comfort dog through petting, giving or receiving, giving the dog treats, praise. The presence of a friendly pet like a comfort dog can help alleviate some of those fears. It also acts as a rapport accelerator. Utilizing a comfort dog during a one-on-one session, oftentimes with a social worker, can help them share information they might be hesitant to. Students also recognize the caring relationship that helps establish reassurance that they're in a safe and caring place. Students often face feelings of loneliness and isolation and struggle with feeling overwhelmed when trying to express these feelings. A comfort dog can often assist to de-escalate these heightened emotions. And also one of the more important ones, I believe, is morale booster. There's also a significant amount of data and research that indicates the high level of positive impact a comfort dog has on attendance and lateness rates. However, a comfort dog not only helps students feel better, but staff as well. Research indicates that faculty in schools with comfort dogs have expressed that they love seeing the comfort dog in the halls and that its presence makes them even more excited about coming to work on a daily basis. I don't think enough emphasis can be put on the positive impact a comfort dog can have on the staff's well-being in the school. I think nowadays in these rapidly changing and changed times, not enough attention can be put on the emotional well-being of the students, but also the staff. Although I am heavily involved with the special education and therapeutic programs at both schools, these are not only the only students that can benefit from the addition of a comfort dog. Even the most balanced and well-adjusted students struggle at times and could need the assistance. I believe the benefits of this unique and exciting opportunity are unmeasurable, and the limits of the program are truly unlimited. Some of the major questions that I kind of hear in the research that I've done is the number one topic comes up is allergies. I've communicated quite a bit with the school nurse. Out of the 274 students at the memorial, I believe there are 3 students that are allergic to dogs. One of which has a dog in their home. And very rarely, not even really, it's not going to create a anaphylactic issue. So very really all it does is would create like seasonal allergies, itchy, watery eyes, stuff like that. And we also can do things like limit the exposure, as well as what we would do if there was a child afraid of it. Limit that exposure, maybe introduce it if the child was feeling comfortable enough, or just keep our distance at that time. A lot of it would fall on the handler as well when that comes to like care for the dog, shampooing the dog, combing the dog, making sure that, that it's not like shedding all over the place and stuff like that. And that's it. You guys have any questions? I can do my best to answer. Sure.
So would you be the handler, or is this a different, or is there another?
I would be the handler.
Okay, so you take on both roles. Okay.
Yes.
That was my question.
Just like another tool.
Okay.
Yes.
Is the dog in the school every day?
Yes. Would go everywhere I go.
And you go, just to clarify, you go between the Memorial School and the SLCs.
Yes. Yep. Yes, ma'am.
And to also clarify, the dog would be owned by the new,
Yes.
not the school district.
Yes.
I don't have any questions. I am fully in support of a comfort dog, service dog. I think they are a tremendous asset to kids with mental health. We have at least 2 in the agency that we work for, and we have seen tremendous improvement in students and the youth that we serve. The facts that he gave are 100% correct.
So 2 quick questions and then a comment. So first question is, what kind of dog is it?
Lab. We have 2 prospective dogs at this time. One's a brown lab and one's a black lab.
Okay.
So it's a little bit time sensitive at this point because I
Sure.
think they're waiting for the handler to be assigned so we can progress with the training.
Okay. And then second question, it would be owned by the police department. You'd be the handler. And then does the dog go home with you at night?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Yes.
it's a full-time.
Yes.
with you.
Full-time gig. Yes.
Okay. And I'll second kind of what Heather said. Even in the military, we have these same exact service dogs. Now it's not just working dogs; they're also service dogs.
Yep.
Everywhere, and they're a huge asset. So thanks for bringing this. No more questions from me.
The company we're actually going with is called Hero Pups out of Stratham.
Yep.
And the woman that founded it, actually her son was wounded in Afghanistan and she started it for that reason and kind of, extended it out to law enforcement and to be used in schools and stuff like that.
It's great. Thank you.
Yeah.
So my questions, I think it's gonna be more for Tom, but I'll echo that. I think it's a great program. My 2 questions for you was allergies and fear of dogs, which you sort of covered. Before I get Tom though, I heard you say something that improves attendance and lateness. Can you just, how does, because kids are so excited to see the dog? Or?
Yeah, they're just looking forward to getting into the school. Salem has a comfort dog. Concord has a comfort dog. Manchester does. I believe there are a couple other communities and all say the same thing, that the students just look forward to getting to school on time. And I think my presence, the kids are always greeting me. I'm at the front door. They're always giving me high fives and fist bumps. I can only imagine a dog would kind of put me in the shadows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I see it as a positive, and one of the, I'm just gonna be the naysayer here because that's what I do, right? So we have 3 children that we know that are allergic to dogs, right? I don't know how many children are allergic to dogs at the SLC.
Mhm.
So we put the dog in, the kids are excited. One of the parents says, I don't want the dog there. My kid is having allergic reactions, and the dog is yanked and the kids lose the dog.
Right.
So
So-
I guess, what are we doing? Like, how are we making sure this is going to stick if we say yes?
Well, I would liken it to peanut allergies. So if you have peanut allergies, you have to manage the allergen and the contact for the students,
Mm.
particularly at K2. And there are different modalities for managing that. And Officer OJ outlined some of those modalities. The first one being that you limit the exposure to the student that has the allergies, just like you would for food or any other. We deal with way more dangerous allergies in terms of anaphylactic shock than a dog, right? So the answer is the dog wouldn't be yanked if a parent, we would just limit the exposure just like we do for other allergies.
Okay.
So we would manage it the same way that we do. And did I answer your question, Rick? 'Cause
Yeah.
I had my hand up, but yeah, I was behind you.
Oh,
so
I
I
didn't
was-
see you.
No, it's good. I had written the
Sorry.
board first. So, yep. Is everyone else, any other thoughts before?
I do have a couple more questions.
Yep.
Okay. Insurance requirements, I assume our insurance allows us and we're covered if the dog bites someone,
Yes.
I assume we explored this and that's not going to be a problem.
That's correct. And one of the benefits too is Newton's on the same or has the same insurance provider. So it's a state pool. So basically there's no distinction between Newton and the school district if there was like an event.
Oh, so who would be responsible if there was an event? The Newton Police Department or?
It would be the Newton Police Department. Even if-
Probably the handler, for my guess.
I was going to say it's probably all going to go on me because that's just the way it goes, but hey, whatever.
Okay.
But
Right, we
even
could-
if
we
we're
could throw
treated
Chief
as
Stewart
a
in there, but
defendant,
yeah,
fine.
we're gonna be covered under the same insurance provider.
Okay. And my last 2 questions, what is the fiscal impact and what's the training for this position? I know a lot of canines is like a 12-week training. Is it similar training for Comfort Dog or how does that work?
It's a little bit different. The training kind of breakdown is like 10 to 12 months. So as soon as like if we were to move forward, they would bring in the dog like I already discussed with Mr. Ambrose, for kind of like a trial visit to see, basically to decide which dog reacts to the students the best. We want to bring the dogs into the special education room,
Yeah.
primarily for some of the kids that might pet the dog a little rougher than typically, or if they have one of the iPads or something like that, it bumps the dog in the head. We want to kind of expose the dog to that,
Okay.
that kind of a thing. So we can see which dog responds best about
Right.
that.
Okay.
And I believe they only require right now 3 hours a month
Okay. So this
training
doesn't
over the
necessarily
course
take
of the
you
10, 12 months.
out. This isn't going to take you out of the school for an extended period of time.
Not for,
to get-
no, like not like 3 to 6 months or anything like that. No.
Okay. And then fiscal impact? I'll be asking you guys this
No.
or am I asking you
The-
this?
Can I speak on that? The fiscal impact, I believe, the way Hero Pups works is it's about $7,000. Basically because she gives these dogs to the military, people that are coming back at no cost. So she needs to recoup some of her costs, and she does that by kind of charging a rather minimal cost to municipalities and stuff like that. I believe the Newton budget didn't pass the other day, and I believe the $7,000 was including in that. That doesn't prohibit us from fundraising.
Oh, so that means there's no fiscal impact to the school district.
Correct.
Okay. I think that's an important point.
Yes.
Okay. And then moving forward, so year 2, year 3, dog food or whatnot, the Newton Police Department is handling that?
I believe we would get to that point.
Yeah.
Yes.
Basically, what's going to happen is we're trying to obtain the dog. The dog's going to be trained for about 12 months.
Yeah.
That cost of it's $7,700 for the dog. The dog's basically free.
Mhm.
We're paying the lady to train the dog.
Yeah.
And what they do is they put the dog into a million different scenarios and as much as they can to try to figure out what is this dog going to come in contact with.
Yeah.
Same thing that state police does with their horses.
Mhm.
Same thing they do with the canines that they use to do, drug searches and that type of stuff. So they put the dog through all this training. Right now, we have 2 dogs to choose from.
Yeah.
That we can't choose them. The company who has them, Hero Pups,
Yeah.
will give us the best dog for our situation.
Mm-hmm.
Officer OJ was saying, we're kind of at a time sensitive area where if we don't make a decision and say, yes, we want to do this dog, there's a lot of other agencies that are looking.
Yep.
So the dog is 100% the PD's. The school, I'm not asking the school for
Yep.
any money.
Okay.
You guys most certainly can throw some my way. But we're not looking for any. money.
Okay.
More for it's. a community thing.
Mm-hmm.
I put it in, I created a new line item this year in my budget for community outreach.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to budget for $7,500, but where the budget was defeated, I'm gonna default, so I don't have that money. One of the things that we're gonna have to do is try to raise that money.
Okay.
From what I see, it looks like it's fairly easy.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a GoFundMe, whatever it may be, but I think there's gonna be a lot of people that would like to see the dog there.
Mm-hmm.
In between our animal control officer and maybe some local animal control officers, we can do different things. I'll throw a plug in. I think it's April 1st, Newton PD is holding a rabies clinic
Mm-hmm.
at the police department. So people can come get their dogs rabies and all that kind of stuff, not get rabies, but rabies vaccination. And, I'm hoping that, we may be able to do something there to put the information up, but we wanted to come to the board first and say, hey, what do you think of this? I think you guys' questions were right on target, kind of what I thought. Obviously, allergies and the different things, what if they bite and, all
Yeah.
the different questions, all the same questions I asked him.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what are you getting me into?
Yeah.
But I think it's a really good project.
Okay.
I think it's going to be helpful the whole way around. So.
Okay.
Anyone have any questions for me before I kind of disappear into the back again?
That's all my questions.
Perfect. I love it.
Oh, she's got her hand up.
It's not for Mike. Are you getting a puppy or are you getting an older dog? Because some agencies will give you a puppy, some agencies will give you an older dog.
They're puppies right now.
Okay,
About this big.
okay.
I think roughly maybe 12,
Oh, okay.
if that. I know they like to flood their little brains with as much information as early as possible. So
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Will it have a name?
yes.
We know the names already?
No.
Do you choose, who chooses the name?
I've kind of tussled with that a little bit. I know sometimes they've kind of opened it up to the kids and stuff like that. I think that's something I might be willing to do. Kind of like a voting thing.
Sounds
You'd like
fun.
me to make a motion for Micah?
Oh, he was teeing me up. We're gonna name it.
I don't
Grogu.
want to sully the name.
He's already got it all figured out. Grogu, Micah, Grogu.
Grogu is
That's
an
it.
option.
I think he has
Veto power, though.
Okay, Officer OJ's in.
Believe me, I got 4 kids of my own, so they're all chomping at the bit, and I got staff already throwing names out there. I'm more than willing to.
I'm sure that would be a very fun memorial contest.
Yeah. I think
That's where my head
But the
was.
backlash if
where I
their
was
name
going.
doesn't get
Yeah.
chosen might not be.
Yeah, it might be a fun way to get, and not to say that you need a lot of extra effort to get kids excited about a dog, but it could be a fun way to get the
Yeah,
school
absolutely.
rallied around it,
I agree.
I think JJ.
Oh, yeah.
I just wanted to thank you, Officer OJ, for taking this on. I think this is a great program, and I think that the school should definitely look into expanding this to Bakey if it goes well at Memorial and even the high school, middle school campus. I think it's a great program, and I wanted to thank you for taking on the responsibility.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
I actually wanted to it was ironic that I had said to Dawn about 2 months ago, I had met with my friend who's an administrator in Maine, and he had trained his dog to be a service dog. And he told me the difference that it made in his school around students showing up, attendance, care for the dog, but particularly the students de-escalating when they're agitated, and for some of the students that have perseveration problems, particularly autistic students, that it can snap them out of that. And he said that it has transformed parts of his school. So I am fully 100% in support of this. And I'm also fully in support of what JJ said, that if this goes well, I would very much like this to be in all 4 schools. Particularly the high school. I know Bakey seems like the obvious, but we have some students at the high school that really could use a sensory change when they need to de-escalate or switch gears. And a service dog could make a significant difference for those kids. So I think the first step, what I talked to, and then, so the irony was I talked to Dawn, and then 2 weeks later, Mike called me. So I said to Mike, "You're going to Dawn." And that was exactly what I said to him. I said, you talk to Dawn. But I just want everyone to know that I think that the questions are legitimate, and they are planned for with these processes. And most places that have done this have been very successful. It's a fantastic idea. Thank you.
I have one more alibi.
Yeah.
So I know the probability is low, Officer OJ, but I got to ask a tactical question. So in the eventuality something happens and you need to respond, this is not a working dog in the way that it's going to attack. It's a service dog that's emotional support. Do you see the dog hampering your ability to respond in the school in that eventuality?
No,
No.
not one bit. Because ultimately, school safety, 100% my priority.
Okay.
So whether I would have to put the dog in a crate in the room.
Yeah.
I mean, there's going to be times where hypothetically, if I'm not able to do that, then my goal in that aspect is the threat. So
I figured, but I
Yeah,
wanted to ask.
100%.
Thank you.
Yeah, great question.
And just off one
Sure.
topic off of that,
Yep.
that was something that I thought of a while ago. When we went up, we spent a few hours looking at the dogs prior. One of the things that they do is basically sit and stay for these dogs.
Yeah.
We talked for a few hours and the dog sat on top of a table.
Yeah.
And never left.
Great.
So I think if he gave that command for the dog to stay,
Yeah.
I don't think there's any issue. I don't foresee the dog being on a leash in the school. I think the dog's probably going to be right next to him. But we'll have to play it by ear, but if we had to secure the dog, I think we could. Our cruisers that we use, our police cars, I mean, if you had to, we could put the dog outside, it could go inside of his office or something, but great question. I was impressed with the dog with the sit and stay. It was
Sure.
hours of sitting, and it was a
Great.
puppy and didn't move.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Any motion on this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'd like to
Mike
make
can
a
say that.
motion
Only
to,
Mike can say that. I mean, we grew up together.
no nonsense. I'd like to make a motion to approve the comfort dog to work with Officer Oljay at Newton Memorial and the Seacoast Learning Collaborative.
I'll second.
All right, any further discussion? All right, since Jamie is no longer online, we can do we don't have to do roll call vote, so all in favor? All right, unanimous. All right,
Thank you, guys.
thank you,
Thank
gentlemen.
Thank you, Officer OJ. And
Thank you.
Thank
Very
you.
nice
Thank
meeting
you.
everybody.
You guys aren't staying?
He's gonna go home and think of dog names.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Jen.
Jen, anybody opposed to moving Jen up so she can go home too? Yeah, yeah. Anybody opposed to that?
Nope.
Nope.
All right, come on up. We're just skipping all around tonight, trying to get everybody out of here.
Appreciate that. So thank you, Jennifer Mitchison, high school principal, and I'm here tonight on behalf of our chorus teacher, Mr. Harrington, and he regrets that he was unable to make it tonight. But he is planning to take one of our chorus students to the All-State Music Festival in New Hampshire. So I believe you got some materials sent over to you that gives a breakdown of the festival. It goes from Thursday, March 30th until Saturday, April 1st. It's a really rigorous experience for students. They had to audition prior. So our student who's attending went through the audition process, was selected out of hundreds of students from all over the state. I want to say there's like 60 participating schools. So it's a really big event. And so the student will be rooming with, the student's been paired up with students from another school. and they're really excited about that and looking forward to the experience. And Mr. Harrington will have his own space as a chaperone, as a director. He'll have different places that he'll go while the students are rehearsing. And then at the end of the night, they put on this really great concert for all of the parents and families and schools and directors with everyone who made the all-state groups. So if you want to look at the details, like I said, it's sort of toward, I think, the latter part of what you may have been given. If you got the full packet, they check into the hotel and they, you can see they begin rehearsing an hour later. So it's pretty like, let's get right to it. They have some dinner time. And again, it's all coordinated. There's 3 specific hotels that the kids are spread out and staying at. Each school is at, are spread out in the chaperones. And that's all put together. It's actually really impressive when you click on the links in the packet. Everything is really well organized, and it's at the Grapponi Center is really where the main event's taking place. And the other students, some students will, go back and forth between their hotels, but they're all right in that Concord area there. So I think that's sort of it.
Just wanted to say thank you. I'm sorry that he couldn't be here this evening. Just wanted to thank him for all of his hard work this year. The numbers in chorus are going up dramatically, and the overall vibe about the music program is just fantastic this year. And Rob has worked really, really, really hard. And I will say that the chorus concert last fall was fantastic.
It was.
So
It was great.
Questions?
Sorry. I was just gonna say, I don't think you said the person's name, but if we're keeping that private, I just want to say congratulations on.
It's a River DFO. So that's why JJ kept on making contact with me. I'm like the student, but yeah, no. So they're very excited to go. It's a really great opportunity. And River's a freshman too. So I think, and I think that having River involved in this also will be encouraging for as we move forward, if they sort of become like the, person leading the crew, and now we'll get more and more kids to be able to take part in the all-state conference. And it's a really big accolade for them. They're recognized at the state level. So it's sort of their, equivalent to a state champion track meet or sporting event or anything like that. So it's really great.
Well, that's awesome.
And
Congratulations.
River's very talented. So
Congratulations, River.
I will. She's very excited. Hasn't stopped talking about it for weeks.
I make a motion for River DeFeo and Mr. Harrington to go to the overnight field trip for NHMEA All-State Festival.
Second.
All right. Any further discussion? All right. All in favor? All right, unanimous. Great.
all right. Thank you very much.
So,
Thank you.
Thank you, Jen.
you're welcome. Right. Now we can get to the boring stuff. I know. Took all the fun stuff and put it right up front. All right.
Dogs and singing.
Hmm?
Dogs and singing.
I know, right? You can't top that. All right, I still have all these manifest documents to send around, so I'll do that. And then no nominations, but it looks like we have a resignation.
We do one, Erica Stack, special education case manager at the middle school.
Make a motion with regret.
Second.
All right. All in favor? I know.
Sure.
I know you guys don't really know.
I know.
I should probably get a little context, to be honest, how that process works when we do
Yeah.
these, not this person, but
Yes.
Typically
this
with
process.
resignations, or nominations, it's really the superintendent that
Yep.
does the hiring,
Yep.
and, accepting of resignation. So we, for the most part, affirm.
Yep. Okay.
Whatever his recommendation is, whatever.
And I
his-
can't really share anything
Nope,
because it's.
I didn't
personal.
ask. Yep.
No, I know you didn't.
I meant
But the
procedurally.
process.
Yeah, I was sharing that for the
I don't
public.
usually
Yep.
ask for discussion because we can't discuss personnel.
And
I
it's just,
understand.
and it's just a way for the
Yep.
public to know.
Yeah,
Sure.
so.
Thank you.
Yes, so that was,
Thanks for asking. too.
unfortunately unanimous and,
Okay.
yeah, the kids will miss her. Next.
Superintendent's report, right?
Yes.
I just wanted to mention a couple of things. One was that we had a fantastic professional development day last Friday. I wanted to thank the board for supporting us in purchasing the most excellent Riley's Donuts from Riley's Bakery in Biddeford. I sent the teachers an email in the morning of a picture of myself in front of the donut place, and they were like, "Oh yes." So Rick came and helped out in the morning and helped me get the donuts set up at the high school, and staff appreciated that he did that and that he was around. And we had a very productive day. The administrative team met and went over the strategic plan again. And if you go onto the strategic plan documents on the website, they are starting to get filled out as to what's being done and the indicators that have been met. And there's a lot of great work happening. There are some things that we thought, oh, we might have to revise that or have a conversation. We had a long conversation about a student mental health goal and what to do with that. So there'll be more coming up. I just told the team that we'll do our homework and research and bring something to the board for revisions by the end of this year. So we're working on it. We also, ironically, the service dog came up at the meeting as one of the ways to support mental health. So this is really a positive step.
Help consult.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, no, we're going to reach out to you once we get, we did agree to reach out to Heather once we start kind of get a draft together. And that's perfectly fine. I think that the folks are excited to talk about that because it's such a pervasive issue for society, let alone our schools, for all schools. There's a lot going on for kids and they need support. In addition to that, we are moving into the spring season. The water systems at Bakey and Memorial were repaired last Friday. They're doing tests and running the systems. Mr. Angel can talk about that in more detail than I can, but that we just wanted to thank you for dealing with that very important issue. We are very, very grateful to have that finally straightened out because it has plagued us for a number of years. Other than that, I think that's pretty much what I have for this evening, and steady as she goes.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do I have any committee?
Can I say one thing before we do the committee reports? I just wanted to mention, now that we have new board members, I just wanted to explain to everyone that sometimes when folks report out for the committee reports, they actually read the minutes of the committee report. You don't have to do that. All that you have to do is summarize what was discussed, the topics, and any important or pertinent decisions that were made. So Rick, if you want to keep reading 3 pages, I'm good.
Is not here.
Isn't here.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I mean, if he's gonna watch the tape, please continue, but
Oh, okay. All right. I would someone make a motion that Rick will talk with Jamie about this topic
I think we should
after this
meeting.
yeah.
this part. Yeah. No, I get it, but I just want to get us up. We're getting into a new habit. So tonight's the night to start that process. Dawn will talk to Jamie, I'm sure.
I'm thrilled that I don't have to read all.
You really don't. It's just like,
Real is really what, and
Well, then
you
why
kind
do
of
we
stole my thunder because
hours?
right. And then here's the second thing.
That's a wonderful question.
we're going
Everybody
to,
else followed
yeah,
suit.
we're gonna make
human
some
beings.
changes this year.
Yeah.
So that's.
You want to see how quick it can be done? Smart brevity. Mine will be done like that.
I actually bought that book. It's on my desk.
Book.
Dawn told me I had to read it after you. Yeah.
3 seconds.
But you just said, but I think you said something I wanted. Are we not?
We're not reading the
Reports?
minutes.
You don't have to read
We're doing a
Yep. Okay.
highlight reel.
the purpose of minutes, the purpose of the update is to let the board know, did the committee meet? The basic topics that were discussed and any important decisions that may be coming to the board.
Okay.
If people want to know what happened in a subcommittee, they can attend. Honestly, you don't even have to videotape subcommittees. That's not required. That's something we started in the pandemic. But what is required is that it's a public meeting that the public can attend. So if the public want to know what's going on in subcommittees, they can either watch the video or attend.
I think we should keep videotaping.
That's fine. I'm just saying that the technical
Yeah.
laws are, but we do videotape them and that's fine because people can see them. The same thing is true with Phyllis's notes. Her notes are not supposed to be for these board meetings a transcription. They're supposed to be an overview with the votes. That's it.
Yeah, well, Phyllis, I would just say, great job. Whatever committees I'm on, please keep doing those notes. They're fantastic.
Can deal with him later.
Phyllis is a rock star.
Yeah, we love Phyllis.
I have a summary from
You have a
policy.
summary?
All right.
Awesome. All right, let's. go.
So the policy committee met on March 8th and we reviewed, we had approved the minutes from the meeting on 1/4/23 and we had reviewed how many policies? 5 policies. Just some of the highlights that we will be bringing to you is the JLCF wellness policy. I had put a motion to disband the subcommittee under the wellness policy. They're not able to meet regularly. We can't make decisions. It's really just a consulting committee. It's a significant time drain for the admin and senior teachers because they're required to participate. We will still want to use the policy and keep that active, but not have a subcommittee. We did make one motion to change to ensure that K through 5 have a movement break. And that will be brought to the committee. We review the JLD-BBB, suicide prevention and response. We'll be bringing that to you. I had just made a motion. I had discussed making sure we're using the same tool. We're using the Columbia Suicide Severity Rating Scale, which is a well-known scale, but that will be coming to the next meeting. Public conduct on school property, that will be coming to the next board meeting. And then I had brought something to Ms. Mitchison, graduation ceremony policy, which I'm really excited about, that school board members and faculty would be able to hand out the diplomas to the children, their own children. And it's something that we did at Timberland growing up, and I always thought it was really cool. So that will be coming to the board. And we had a policy on visitors to school, staff and students, and that'll be coming to you as well. And that was it. Is that a good highlight reel?
Perfect.
Yeah, nicely done.
All right. Anyone else?
And I can be faster though.
All right, go for it.
You had good stuff though.
It's gonna be a competition now.
Personnel subcommittee met on 1/18. In attendance. Here. Myself, Tammy Mahoney, Jim Baker, Diana Rooney, and Matt Angel. We went over some job descriptions for a database coordinator, network manager, network technician, and administrative assistant application support. These were all existing positions that were just updating the description. And that is all.
Oh, that was faster. Good job.
All right. Thank you. All right. This is what you have to look forward to. If you become chair of your subcommittee, you get to do the fun report out. JJ.
Yeah, so first off, I just wanted to welcome all the new board members. I'm excited thank you all for addressing the needs of the students. Math team came 5th in the medium division statewide, and that's pretty good. That was out of, I think, 9, 10 schools. So that's significantly better than last year. So improvements. And everyone did a great job. We came 1st in our division in Algebra 1, and I think 2nd in Algebra 2, which was pretty neat. Geometry, not so much.
JJ, that's an area of growth.
It's an area of growth.
Yeah, that's cool.
The philosophy class, 2 psych classes and running start English class all went to the HYPE conference, which stands for the Hosting Young Philosophy and Conference. That is hosted by Sauhegan High School. We went to UNH and did a bunch of stuff. The topic of the whole day was student choice and free will in education. And we had a bunch of great discussions. I went because I was in the philosophy class. It was a great time. And I hope that in the future, they keep going to that because it's an annual thing. And it was an amazing time. Spring sports have started. Students are really, really excited about that. Tryouts are running all this week. I play baseball and I know that our team's looking really great. I'm really excited for the season.
Oh, it's for your tries. You're not right now. Phew. I just had a heart attack. I was like, oh no, he's missing.
No, I came
Softball is right now. That's what I think I hear.
No, he still got his pants on.
right from there. So yeah, everyone's really excited. All the sports are looking to be good. Track's looking to be pretty good too. So very excited for that. And finally, congratulations to the juniors, the class of 2024 for completing the SAT today. I assume we all are really proud of them for all the hard work they put into preparing for it, and wish them great luck and good scores.
I just have one more thing that you might have, the Sanborn Star is Friday night.
The Sanborn Star is Friday night. That is a talent show hosted by the sophomore class, class of 2025, and that is a fundraiser for their prom, which will be next year's prom. And there's 7 very good acts going on. The band that played at Winter Formal is going to be there. You guys should come if you can. It's gonna be great.
Awesome. Thank you. Right. First public comment.
So we sign those when they come around, those checks, but I don't see your name on there. So I don't know.
All right. Come on, you know.
I didn't realize you were still here. I thought you were,
I know, I thought she was heading out early.
yeah.
It's like checks that have been, we're just authorizing.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Everybody
Now we
that's
lost-
I
sitting
didn't
here
see,
now-
yeah, didn't sign it.
Say all that
I
stuff.
didn't see it.
No.
on
I
that.
did. I really did. Yes. I was like, hey, JJ, you got to come up with whatever you can.
Name on all of them?
Total coincidence, which was a great one.
AJ, will
Listen,
you
I
ask
can't
Coach,
tell you.
Dr. Dawson how we can all get those hats?
This was a hat that was from a rec team,
I was gonna
the
say.
Sanborn Babe Ruth.
All right, we're bringing the Babe Ruth hats back. I got to figure this out, man. Those
We
are
got,
cool.
we
Rick,
got
can
new
you work-
hats this year.
Cigars,
That's
too.
cool hats.
Look,
We got new
That's not
hats.
even our logo anymore. That's the
donation.
logo. I think it's the logo from like 3 years ago.
No, this isn't even a school logo. This is
No, from, I'm
Sign
on
like,
the.
yeah, it's
Sanborn.
okay to do payroll.
I just dig the retro.
Oh, yeah,
vibe,
this one.
Right? Sorry.
Last year.
Sometimes like.
That's a different S than what we have. though.
Yeah,
couple times.
it is. Because it
Pretty
didn't
cool
match
hat.
all the rest of the rec things.
Obviously you don't have.
All right, I'll get on Mr. Dawson.
Stanley always did his own thing.
All right. So we've already done 8.1 and 8.2, so we'll move on to 8.3, water bottle filling station.
Okay, so the middle school principal, Matt Malila, applied for a grant that gives the school district a free water bottle station. And it's going to be coming from the CDC through the New Hampshire Department of Health and Human Services. I believe it's going to be replacing one of the fountains upstairs that doesn't have a water bottle station. He doesn't have one upstairs.
Right.
Okay.
I know it's free. What's the long-term maintenance costs for this?
The long-term maintenance costs on these really aren't that significant. If it has a filter, we're just going to have to replace the filter on a periodic basis.
And we probably buy those in bulk since we have these stations at other schools.
Yeah, we only have, I think, 5 in the district. Really, it's not that many.
Hmm.
So we're only buying a handful of them.
Okay.
And yes, this right here, successful applicants will be responsible for all other costs associated with the installing and maintaining the filling stations, including but not limited to installation of the filling station, promoting the filling station to students and staff, maintenance, cleaning, and replacement of filters, and that lists the bill.
Yes.
got a retail price of $2,378.
Yes.
Pretty nice free gift.
Thank you, Mr. Malila.
You already
Okay.
applied for this.
Yes,
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
Great.
It's been granted. That's you.
that's right.
This is an.
It's been
acceptance.
approved.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, great.
So you're just
Okay, so
accepting
we
it.
accept this.
Yep.
Okay, great. Do I have a motion to accept?
So moved.
Great.
Second.
All right, any further discussion? All in favor? Great, unanimous. Great.
Thank you.
All right, MS 22, Matt.
Okay, so the MS 22 it's called the report of appropriations as voted. Basically, I have to report to the state Department of Revenue Administration, all the by line item, what the voters voted at annual meeting. I have to summarize all the warrant articles together and put it on this report. I need to have it signed by the school board. So I'm asking for a motion to approve and sign the MS 22. Have any questions with the MS 22?
All right.
Luis, you have-
Are we actually making a
It's right
motion or
there.
we're just signing?
It's right there.
I think we have to make a motion to
Oh,
accept it, correct? Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
and sign it.
I guess I don't know what I don't know, right? So what would you advise somebody who doesn't know what they doesn't know?
Okay, I advise you to approve this because it's more of an administrative at this
Well,
time.
I have a question.
Okay,
Has to be approved tonight?
it has to be approved. It has to be sent into the state 20 days after the annual meeting.
So does Jeremiah have some time this week to sit down with you if you have some time so you can walk him through?
I
before-
will make
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
time
just
available
so
for
he's not
Jeremiah to
approving
explain
something
it.
that he hasn't
But
reviewed.
let me explain what's going to happen after this. This is going to be the document that's going to be used to set the tax rate. Okay. We start with the appropriations and then we back out estimated revenues. So in the fall, I'm going to send in another form, which is called an MS-24, which just is estimated revenues. State's going to give me an apportionment schedule between Kingston and Newton that apportions the taxes between communities. Then they set the tax rate. So this is like the first step towards setting the tax rate.
Got it. Thank you for the executive summary.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Yep.
And you could abstain if you don't feel comfortable for this, because there's enough people here. If you and Micah
Sure.
just don't feel quite up to speed, if the other four vote yes, then we're fine. Right? So I just don't want you to feel too much pressure being new.
Yeah,
You
but
know.
there's nothing negotiable.
No,
No, there's.
it's just a report.
Yeah, it's non-negotiable.
Thank you, Matt.
Yep.
Okay, so, do I have a motion to accept, the MS-22?
So approved.
Second.
Great, all right, any further discussion? All in,
It's so moved. So
that's all right.
I sort of approved and moved.
Fine, it works. All right, all in favor? Right, unanimous.
Great, thank you.
Great, thank you. All right, Gaga Pit at Memorial School.
Gaga pits
Yeah.
are becoming popular.
Yes,
Motion to approve.
Thank you. Really? That's,
Pretty
Second.
simple for me.
yep.
Uh,
They want to build one.
All right.
Build one outside. We're good.
Questions or further?
Does everyone know what a Gaga pit is?
Yes, and I thought it was interesting that actually in the proposal that the high school is going to build it. So I'm assuming the high school students in one of the shop
class
classes.
work.
That's a great idea, right?
We
That's how
already,
did that one.
yeah, we did the one
Yeah.
out here. A bunch of us did it together.
Yeah.
The
that's
kids and the administrators and staff all worked together to build it. It was fun.
Sure. Yeah.
So we'll do it again.
Sure. Older students serving others, learning some leadership,
Totally cool.
ownership. That's great.
The one thing to note, the coolest part was the high school kids working with the middle school kids.
Yep.
Like that was awesome. We just basically got out of the way, made sure it didn't fall down.
All right. Any other questions or discussions? All right, all in favor? Unanimous?
That was the easiest one.
I know, right? Greenhouse repair donation.
You want me to take this one?
Sure.
I went to a PLC meeting right before the PD day and talked with the teacher that works on the greenhouse, and basically she has a friend who does this kind of work. The greenhouse is kind of flimsy. It's struggling with the snow. It's struggling with the windows. It's struggling with lots of things. And normally we would bring this to the facilities subcommittee and then to the board. But the person offered to donate all of the materials in time, but they have to do it now because once spring kicks, they have to go to work on their construction business. So that's why I brought it to you tonight. I'm perfectly fine with this, but I just wanted you to understand why I skipped the process, because I rarely do that, right? Normally it would go to facilities first. We don't have a facilities committee as of today, technically, because the voting just occurred. So due to the timeliness and the fact that the person is donating $4,547 in materials plus the time to put the stuff in, thought it'd be important to get it done. The other piece is we'll write them a receipt so that they can write it off as a donation for their taxes.
Mhm.
Did I miss
Motion
anything,
to
Matt?
approve with great thanks.
Yeah.
Rick?
Second,
All right, any further discussion?
Are we gonna publicly say who this person is? So that we can thank them? or-
Yeah, it was Atlantic High.
Do you want to say his name or no?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Rick.
No, go ahead, Tom.
I gotta find it in here. If you know it already, go ahead.
Jesse Shul of Atlantic High Tunnels. And the teacher that is engaged is Megan Petruzzi.
Megan Petruzzi, yep.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Very
Yeah.
much.
I just want to say I'm in Miss Petruzzi's room a significant portion of the day, and she works on it a lot. We have gone out there and tried to repair it ourselves, and it is in dire straits. So we're very thankful. Like the whole science wing is very thankful that this is happening.
Great.
Yeah, I appreciated seeing the effort that she put in, and I'm sure among the students in the email that talked about how much effort she's put in
Yes.
to try to maintain and upkeep, and I appreciate that
Absolutely.
stewardship. So very happy with this. Is very, very grateful.
Good.
All right, if there's no further discussion, all in favor? Unanimous again. Great. Second public comment, since there is no public here, we'll move on. No old business. Next meeting agenda, I know we're all up here. Anybody that used to sit in the audience is pretty much up here.
That's how it always works.
It usually is. Next Sanborn Regional School Board meeting will be held on Wednesday, April 5th, 2023. Not either one of our birthdays.
It's our birthday week, so bring gifts
Yeah,
or cupcakes. Dawn and I have a birthday that week.
at 6 p.m. in the library at the Sanborn Regional High School. Budget Committee will reconvene on Thursday, April 13th at 2023 at 7 p.m. in the library at Sanborn Regional High School. And now we will look for a motion to go into non-public for RSA 91A:3, Roman numeral 2, letters C and K.
So moved.
Second.
All right, roll call vote in. Rick,
Yes.
Heather,
Yes.
Jeremiah.
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Micah,
Yes.
and myself, yes. All right, we'll take a quick 5-minute break. Back to it. What is this?
My puppy that you just met?